Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Our opening words today come to us from Michelle LaGrave. May your call be awakened. We come to religious community from many paths with diverse needs. If you have come here seeking comfort, may your pain be soothed. If you have come here looking for answers, may you find new questions. If you have come here seeking purpose, may your call be awakened. If you have come here hoping to build a new way, may the path open before you. We will now light our chalice, a symbol of our faith, which came to be during the 1940s when the Unitarian Universalist Social Justice Committee was working on smuggling Jewish children out of Nazi Germany. Today's words come to us from Maureen Killoran. In these hard times, let us look first to the response of love. In the midst of challenge, may our chalice flame bear witness to the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. In the midst of uncertainty, may our chalice be a beacon for encouragement, that our values may guide our choices. Let us first look to the response of love. If you would be so kind as to rise in body and spirit, if you are willing and able, and join me in singing our opening hymn. It is number 318 in the gray hymnal, We Would Be One, number 318.
Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest of truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God.
Thank you, my friends. Now is the time in our service where I share a story for all ages. So if you are a child, this is just for you. And if you're a grown-up, that means you used to be a child. So please invite your inner child to come out for just a few moments and enjoy a little story. This story is entitled Rivers, and it is written by Christopher Buse. Once upon a time, there were two rivers flowing side by side, and both rivers liked to argue about who was the best. "The water in my river is better than the water in your river," said one. "No, the water in my river is better than the water in your river," said the other. The two rivers would flow along all day, arguing and bickering about which river was the best. Both were quite sure that they were the greatest. "Doesn't my water make a joyful sound as it runs over the smooth, polished pebbles on my bottom? And look at the way the sun reflects off the ripples and eddies that form around the granite boulders at my edge. These things are so beautiful. Surely I am the best river," said the first. The other river side-eyed them and said, "But look at all the fish that swim in my clear, cool water. And have you heard the frogs sing at night? They live in the reeds and the lilies that grow in my banks. I'm home to so many wonderful creatures. Surely I am the best river." The two continued to argue day after day until one day something strange and unexpected happened. The rivers rounded a bend, slid down a small waterfall, and suddenly saw that they were flowing towards something much bigger and greater than themselves. Up ahead were big, crashing waves and water everywhere as far as they could see. They continued to rush faster and faster and faster and faster until all the water from both the rivers turned together into the vast and enormous ocean. Then a sound came from the sky. It came from a cloud that chuckled for a moment and then said, "Now you two see how foolish you've been, arguing about who is best. There is no highest. There is no lowest. There is no greatest or least. All things are one, and we are all joined together like the rivers into the sea." Today's reading comes from Spilling the Light by Reverend Julian Jamaica Soto. And this reading is entitled, "Everything is Still on Fire." Everything is still on fire, despite your best efforts. In addition to living, it is clear that fire or not, you must level up in what it means to thrive. Right now, that means wrestling with the truth in the fact that everything is not your fault. I am sorry that everything is still on fire. Once hate catches, the winds of not my problem blow, and the blaze is hard to stop. But hard is not impossible. Not yet is different than never. You, in community, have an answer. You have a response to systems of power and control and to the cost of suffering. You and your community together are the answer. You are not only a people of flame, but also a people of cold, clear truth. You know both where you fall short and where you flourish, and where you still reach. Everything is still on fire, but not all is lost. You remain more nimble than steadfast, more unshakable than swayed by the latest rage. You are here to put out the ravenous flames and heal the world. Enough is enough. Let us be in an attitude of prayer. This prayer is entitled A Prayer for Right Now. And it comes to us from me. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, Spirit of justice, we gather together here in this sacred place with hearts and minds focused on a righteous demand for justice. The justice we seek is not only for Renee Nicole Macklin Good, but for every mother, every father, every child being targeted by ICE. We ask for the fortitude to remain steadfast in our commitment to protect our friends and neighbors from persecution. We remain committed to sustained, peaceful actions, and may we have the discernment to understand the stark difference between justice and retribution. Let us choose the former over the latter again and again and again. May we know that we are all held by a collective love greater than we can imagine. We are reminded, friends, that remaining deeply centered in love is revolutionary when faced with a terrible, organized hate such as this. In taking care of one another, we reaffirm that we are not alone in this fight, and that we will continue to be a community with shared purpose. May we carry the fire of commitment in our hearts as we continue this precious demand for justice and for peace. May it be so. Amen. Now I will ask you to please rise in body and spirit and join me in singing My Life Flows On in Endless Song. It is number 108 in but that truly is one of my favorite songs. Good morning once again, friends. For those who may not know me, my name is Stephanie Trudel. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the contracted lay minister at First Church Unitarian Universalist of Leominster. A couple of weeks ago, in preparation for this morning, I had originally planned to share with you a well-researched and, in my opinion, well-written sermon on one of my favorite people, Ralph Waldo Emerson. And then I turned on the news to learn that our government had gone into a sovereign nation and abducted the sitting leader and his wife. And then I heard the same drumbeat to war for oil I heard so many years ago in the lead up to the war in Iraq. The war that left my husband injured and deeply, irrevocably changed. And then, just a few days ago, I was scrolling through social media when I happened upon a live stream. A suburban neighborhood in Minneapolis. ICE agents. Yelling. Violence. Utter chaos. I need not describe any further what I saw, as I am sure many of you are now familiar with that footage. Utterly horrible and wholly predictable. Renee Nicole Macklin Good was a poet. She was a wife. She was a mother. She was by all accounts a sweet, caring, and community-minded woman. I pause here. I see myself reflected in her. I'm a writer, a mom, a wife. I also have stuffed animals in my car. We are around the same age. My mother called me the day after, telling me how she could not help but to weep, knowing that Renee was killed doing something she could see me doing. These thoughts weigh heavily on my heart. I am outraged and devastated any time I see another human being harmed by those in positions of authority. And I must not underestimate the impact of seeing yourself reflected in the victim of violence. I am mindful that this feeling, one some of us may be experiencing for the first time, is a feeling Black, brown, and indigenous women in this country have been carrying since the white lion met our shores in 1619. We have reached an inflection point, my friends. Historians will make note of January 7th, 2026. They will note that Renee Good was the second person killed by ICE this year so far. Keith Porter Jr. was shot and killed by an off-duty ICE agent on New Year's Eve. 37 other individuals that we know of have had their lives taken by ICE since 2025. Are we angry enough yet? I don't know. I do know we are tired. Tired of the inhumanity and gleeful cruelty that has become the backdrop of our lives. So what do we do? Unfortunately, I have no easy, simple answers for you. That said, I'll share what I've been doing to cope with this increase in distressing and dangerous events. I'm leaning on my friends and my colleagues. I'm checking in with my loved ones and congregants, and I'm having hard conversations about realities I would avoid if I could. How could I possibly look away? How can others not see what is happening? I'll be very upfront with you all. I am holding a lot of very big, intense feelings. I think we all are. Sorting through and sitting with all of these feelings is difficult and uncomfortable. It is also necessary and required if we are going to be sustained in this long fight. I'm working at keeping up a daily spiritual practice, taking time to counter the upsetting emotions and realities with gratitude practices. I'm leaning into small moments of joy. I'm using my Unitarian Universalist faith to keep me moored when I feel like I could drown in the sorrow of it all. I call upon the ancestors to whom I feel connected. Visionaries like Emerson and martyrs like Viola Liuzzo, whose assassination has many parallels with the murder of Renee Good. Viola was 39 years old, a mother to 5 children, a civil rights activist, and a devout Unitarian Universalist. She was also shot in the head while driving her fellow activists after the March for Montgomery in Selma, Alabama, on the 25th of March, 1965. Viola is the only white woman honored on the Civil Rights Memorial in Montgomery. Like Renee, Viola was smeared in the days after her murder by those in positions of authority, J. Edgar Hoover and the FBI. The truth comes out into the light, eventually. Viola believed that the fight for equality was everybody's fight. And when she was warned of the dangers, she responded with, "I want to be part of it." She spoke of the legacy of her work in the movement and its potential impact. While being pursued by members of the Ku Klux Klan, she sang, "We shall overcome," until she was overcome. Viola's death became a turning point in the struggle for civil rights, just as I believe that Renee Good's legacy will be a turning point in ours. Renee's last words to that ICE agent before he shot her 3 times. "It's okay, dude. I'm not mad at you." It feels important to say those words. I'd like to shore you up a bit, as I recognize this is a heavy sermon and a heavy topic. It's been a hell of a year so far. We're 11 days in. Dark times, indeed. The best advice I could come up with is talk to your friends. Create something. Art, or perhaps dance is a more embodied mode of expression for you. Root yourself in revolutionary love. Lean into your faith community. Call on your ancestors and remember who your people are. Your people are in this sanctuary. Your people are in this town, this state, this country. Spoiler or reminder, we are one interconnected family of humans whose fate and liberation is forever intertwined. It's both the good news and the bad news. The work of liberation is as much a spiritual endeavor as it is a practical one. I'll bring it back to Ralph Waldo Emerson. Whatever you do, you need courage. Whatever course you decide upon, there is always someone to tell you that you're wrong. There are always difficulties arising that tempt you to believe your critics are right. To map out a course of action and follow it to an end requires some of the same courage that a soldier needs. Peace has its victories, but it takes brave men and women to win them. Courage, my friends, by definition, is mental or moral strength to venture, persevere, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. It takes courage to demand justice, to demand equity and right treatment of all people. I know you all to be such people, and I have faith in that. May our hands make real the love in our hearts. I've brought a responsive reading that you'll find in your order of service. I'll switch it up a little bit. Usually I ask that you all do the bold. Usually I do the bold, but this time I'm going to ask you to do bold. So this is entitled, We Will Pay Attention, and it is with appreciation to Timothy Snyder's On Tyranny, which is a book I highly, highly recommend everyone read, as well as his follow-up on freedom. As fear abounds, may courage as well. In these times we know we will need not to turn away nor surrender in advance. In the coming years, when asked to turn away, to focus only on our own survival and to disregard our neighbors,
knowing the promise of authority, we will pay attention.
We honor democracy despite its unrealized ideals. We who value the give and take of shaping a future understand the importance of those groups and places that are essential to the democratic practices.
Honoring the many places that offer sanctuary, we will pay attention.
Though attacks on truth may rain down upon us, we will not succumb. What we spread will continue to be rooted in fact and to protect the honest lessons of history.
As a truth-loving people, we will pay attention.
We understand that the best of us, the best of what we experience, was hard-won by those who came before us. We will continue to honor our spiritual ancestors. We hold the special grief of those who never thought they would fight for their basic rights again.
In the name of our ancestors, we will pay attention.
We who have had years of thriving, who have enjoyed times of abundance, hear the cries of those generations who may never experience this. We will think about how we might have a bit less, that they have more.
For the sake of our children and all our children are ours, we will pay attention.
We who are struggling to comprehend all that is lost acknowledge the long struggle before us. We pledge to engage in joy and fun, care for ourselves and our beloveds, for undermining our own lives will not speed justice.
For the sake of our own good bodies, hearts, and minds, we will pay attention.
We will continue to hold the ideals of what our democracy might someday realize. When we are in a position to do so, we will defend others. When we are in need of defense, we will ask for assistance.
In the spirit of interdependence, we will pay attention.
In all of this, we remember that we do not do this alone. Together, we will pay attention. Thanks to Leslie Takahashi, who
Together we share, and this we give.
Please join me in saying the words as we extinguish our chalice. It's found in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please join me in singing our closing hymn, number 413, Go Now in Peace. And it is our tradition to face the outside world that we will be entering as a sign of, we're going to do a different one. I lied to you all. All right, we're going to do this for the light of mind. Which number is that, Jody?
118.
118. My word. Like I said, scrap the order of service. Our benediction today comes to us from Maureen Killeran. No matter how weak or how frightened we may feel, we each have gifts that can make a difference in the world. In the coming week, may you do at least one thing to support the broken, welcome the stranger, to celebrate what is worthy, to do the work of justice and love. Be strong. Be connected. Each day, act so that you are a little more whole. Thank you so much, my friends, for being here this morning and for being the wonderful community that you are. Live long and prosper. Peace and long life. Our service together has ended, and our service to the world begins. Thank you.